Hi, my name is John Coppola. I grew up in Los Alamos, New Mexico, and I work as a luthier. I'm self-employed. I work on guitars. I might work on 3 or 4 instruments in a day. That can mean any number of things. Sometimes I do what's referred to as a setup, where I simply make adjustments to the instrument in order to help it play better. Sometimes it might be very broken. It might have splintered or cracked, in which case I would try and repair it. And that can mean any number of different things. I do a lot of woodworking. I work with a lot of plastic materials. I work with a lot of the finishes, which are a variety of different substances, but lacquers and polyurethanes and shellacs and stuff like that. When people bring me guitars, they might not even really know what's wrong with it. It takes a practiced eye to identify some of these problems and to know exactly what kind of adjustments you might need to make. So people will bring me an instrument with a kind of ethereal problem. They'll simply say, it doesn't play right. And using my aforementioned practiced eye, I will get it to play right. I knew that I wanted to be a woodworker, specifically a guitar technician, a luthier, before I finished high school. Pretty much as soon as I understood that this was something that I could do with my life, I knew that that was going to be it. I went to a trade school in Arizona called Roberto Venn, which is a Luthiers specific school. They taught me how to build and repair guitars. After that, I apprenticed at another shop for a couple of years, and I've been doing this on my own now for about 5 years after I finished my apprenticeship. I have a small shop. I use small to medium woodworking tools, power tools, such as like band saws and belt sanders, very standard stuff. So I started playing guitar in ninth grade and started playing bass guitar in the jazz band. And I guess kind of think of that as the real core. Like I didn't know what I was doing, I guess, right? And so I had to figure it out. And that's really what high school's all about in my head, right? Like when I was in high school, I thought I had to do everything correctly or I was going to like fail or something like that, right? But now, with a couple of years behind me, I realized that a lot of what I was doing in high school was more about kind of collecting experience, right? Like getting a very broad, very kind of, a little bit of everything sort of experience so that hopefully I would be able to kind of figure out what I was really interested in, what I wanted to do with my time. And for me, it was all the music stuff, right? That was the closest I got in high school to what I do now was high school jazz band, where I got to play a little guitar, play a little bass, and kind of experience the very base level of that sort of thing. But the thing I wish I would have understood when I was in high school was that you don't have to be really good at something right off the get-go. It's okay to struggle and learn and keep going. If you're not as good at something as you think you should be, you really shouldn't quit. The next step is always to just move forward a little bit more. And eventually, you'll know what you're doing. And that's very satisfying.